Hello! I am so sorry. I was stuck in traffic, but here I am. I have arrived. How are you? What's going on? Talk to me. First of all, how is everyone? Because I know the finale last night was emotional, to say the least. I know I was an emotional wreck. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm still learning how to use all of the features on Insta Live. And I'm going to attempt to use them better today than I have before. So I know there's the questions thing, and I know people can send questions. So there's the questions tab. So if you have questions for me, send them in the little questions button, because then I can look at them better. Even comments, because they're just clearer that way, and I can look through them. They don't scroll by as quickly. All that jazz. Yes, I love you. My favorite scene. I have a lot of favorite scenes in the finale, but I have to say, and I don't know if it's because it was the last scene that we shot, and I don't know if it's because my emotions were matching my character's emotions at that point, but the scene with Tom, my brain is amok today, with Jason Clary dancing at the Malik wedding, when we have the book quotes, when they finally profess their love, it's just a really beautiful scene, and it kind of made everything come full circle for me, you know, having this entire group of people and building this relationship on screen and all of these wonderful things. It all came to fruition in that moment, and that was really lovely. But yes. Let me see. How many takes did I do filming the scene where everyone's in a circle screaming on fire? How many takes did I do of that? We did quite a few, actually, because oh yeah, that was a long night. We had to figure out how to shoot that scene, because technically it was very difficult, because you have 8 people and 3 cameras, and we were on a time crunch, right? But the great thing about that is the Shadowhunters crew is kick-ass, and we had a great team of actors, and Todd Slavkin's a genius, and is such a team player. So we put it all together and pulled it out. But we did a lot, actually. It was very funny. We did that, and it's funny watching it with everyone, because we all reminisce. It's like a scrapbook, right? You're reminiscing and seeing as you go. Oh, that's cool. I like this questions tab. Now I know how to use it. How tall am I? Last time I checked, I am 5'5". Sometimes I'm 5'5.5" in the mornings, because you're taller in the morning before gravity, you know. It's a science thing. My mom's a scientist. Let me see. Next question. You are so sweet with this comment about my eyelashes. I think you guys can see this question, right? At the bottom of the screen? I hope so. I think that's what's supposed to happen. They are my lashes. I just have a really great mascara that I throw a couple swipes on, and a really great eyelash curler. So the eyelash curler I use is a Shadowhunters eyelash curler, and the mascara is just Lash Bloom CoverGirl. What color do I want to dye my hair? I'm sort of missing the red lately, you know? It's very funny. I love being blonde, and I love changing my hair color, and it's for work, so I do it anyway. But I kind of miss the red sometimes, and I don't know if it's because I'm watching Shadowhunters and it makes me miss it, or because naturally I have a bit more red in my hair. But I do kind of miss it. But I've never been brunette, so that would be fun as well. That's why I love wigs, because then you can just keep playing. Next question. I like this, you guys. Can I come to Oz Comic Con? I would love to come to Oz Comic Con. I went last year, year before last. I've been before. They're lovely people. It would be great. But that is not up to me. Gosh, you guys have so many great questions. What is my favorite Malik moment? You know, it's funny you ask this question, because I think about this a lot, actually. because I do love so many of the Malik moments. Is it weird that I love their first meeting? When Alec is shooting demons and Magnus comes in and just saves it, and they don't know each other yet, but there's that little spark that you see, and they have this little, flirty, quippy moment, and then off they go to fight more demons. I also love their last scene together, because you have the to us, and I've been crying like a baby off and on all day today, so please excuse me. They just did such an incredible job. If I had a superpower, what would it be? I would like the power to heal, actually. I think it's one that people forget a lot about, and it's something that I could use, given the klutz that I am. I also think teleportation would be awesome. Why doesn't Mia smile? Interesting you say that, because it's actually something that I threw in there to smile less, because it's something that I know Steven did with Oliver. And it's one of those little Easter eggs that I'm trying to bring in melding the two characters together to create the Olicity baby. Nice that you noticed. What was my favorite moment to film with Luke? I assume you mean Luke Baines, the actor, as opposed to Luke, played by Isaiah Mustafa. How many times do you think we got that confused? Happened quite a lot. Ooh, my favorite thing to film with Luke. I really loved the first bit that we had. We had a lot of fun. Any of the scenes that were just Luke and I in the apartment. Because anytime we did that, we had such a fun time playing with the sort of cat and mouse of Clary and Jonathan's relationship based on the different stages that they were at in Clary's development toward evil and in Jonathan's kind of learning about the world and his rise to power and all of that. And I just had so much fun playing with Luke. But any scene I get to shoot with Isaiah Mustafa is a treat, so there's that too. Okay, so I feel like I do need to address this because I've seen a lot of commentary on it. And I definitely want to know what you guys think. Someone says, can you tell us a little more about the end of Shadowhunters? So the last scene, I don't know how you guys felt about it. But when I first read it, I was a little curious. And I said, okay, we have to make sure that we don't discount everything that's happened to Clary. And everything that we've built over the last several seasons. And they said, absolutely, just trust us, let's go with it. So I did, and I think in the end, it turned out really beautifully. Especially given the fact that the show ended in such a bittersweet way. To have an ending that's a little bit bittersweet, to have an ending that is open for discussion and open to interpretation, which is what the Shadow fam does best. Because in essence, what you have is, it comes down to being about Clary and Jace's connection. And having that circuitous nature of the fact that this all started with Jace and Clary bumping into each other in an alley. You have at the very end, Jace and Clary bumping into each other in an alley. You have this girl who's not supposed to be able to see, but she can somehow because of her connection with the person, because of their electricity, because of their love and their spark. And that, the fact that they belong, they see each other, they understand each other. That is beyond anything. That is beyond runes, beyond angelic spite, beyond any punishment passed down by Raziel, beyond any rules of any supernatural world. It's just like Malik. You know, their love literally changed the course of how the world was supposed to work. Clace very much might have done the same. In that you see those little smirks, you see those sparks of recognition. And no matter what happened in the past, that leads to the future, and it leads to what can happen next for them. And maybe Clary learns about the shadow world, but she's still a mundane. Maybe her memories come flooding back. Maybe she never forgot it all and has just been playing along to appease Raziel. We don't know. But the fact that we get to speculate and discuss and let the show live on and let the story live on in our imaginations and in the community that you guys have created, that's why I love the ending. Was I told what would have been happening in season 4? I was told a few things, and I actually had a little bit of a plan for Clary.